We're going to talk about studying treatment efficacy and experimental designs. So, treatment effectiveness is established when intervention results in a clinically significant improvement in a client's communication skills. The treatment is effective. There's also a therapeutic effect when an intervention produces a desirable or beneficial change in behavior or physiology, regardless of whether the change was expected, unexpected, or unintended. Clinical significance is a substantial therapeutic effect. It depends on whether an intervention is associated with important and reliable changes in behavior or physiology. So clinical significance is the therapeutic effect, but established for more than just, say, one person. To establish a therapeutic effect or to validate treatment effectiveness, the data is tied to clinical outcomes for many people. They must be studied, collected, and studied. Our experimental variables, if you remember, we have our control variable, which is the patient or the problem or population, the independent variable, which is the intervention, and the dependent variable, which is the outcome. So the independent variable is the intervention, and the dependent variable is the outcome when we're studying treatment efficacy. The chosen outcome measure depends on what aspects of treatment benefit the clinician wishes to assess. Any measure that demonstrates adequate sensitivity to change and reliability of measurement can be used to assess outcomes. So we have our projected goals and our ultimate outcomes. They provide a focus and the reason for undertaking the treatment and guide the treatment planning. At the end of the day, the outcome should be significant and valuable to the client. Comparing outcome measures before and after intervention provides the ability to describe change. It does not identify the cause of the change, it describes the change. A change associated with an intervention does not mean that the observed change was caused by the intervention. So treatment outcome research identifies treatment benefits with the intent of establishing a relationship between treatment and functional improvement. Treatment effectiveness refers to the positive results expected of a clinical procedure when routinely applied in practice. Outcome measures can be described as the efficiency of treatment. With treatment efficiency, we have to think about, it could be tied to many factors, and we think about a cost-benefit analysis. And there are both monetary and non-monetary issues to consider with a cost-benefit analysis. For example, the length of the intervention, the frequency and the intensity of the treatment needed to reach an ultimate outcome, and then that validates the choice of the intervention. A good example would be newborn hearing screening. So let's say it costs the government $30 to test every baby at birth. It saves the government, hundreds of thousands of dollars over the course of a child's lifetime if the hearing loss is identified at birth and treating early, rather than the hearing loss not being identified until the child is older and already in school and all the extra services that would be required after missing that critical period. So the cost-benefit analysis shows that newborn hearing screening is cost-effective. Clinical Efficacy research seeks to prove treatment benefits. The improvement in client performance can be shown to be derived from treatment rather than from extraneous factors, so your results are real and reproducible and clinically important. It wasn't just fluke that the patient performed better after the treatment.